that you do not feel secure, magic will come into your life. You know very well that I have to leave this apartment by the end of the month, which means in like 14 days. I have not found another one yet. I have not even looked for another one, simply because I know another one will come. I know I will not be homeless, or I might even have to go to another city, another country. But not out of need, I'm just leaving it to see where the world or where the universe will take me. So I feel magical about the fact that I have to leave this apartment because it was sold and the owner says, could you please leave? That's how we're going to be. That's how we're going to be. We're going to be like, okay, I have to move in 2 weeks, but, well, nothing's come up yet, so I'll wait till the last minute. And something will come up the last minute. And it will be even better than this. As nice as this is, it will be even better. Because I have learned in my 10 years being free, meaning not trying to hold on, that one thing is always better than the last. Always. I'm always going from better to even better to excellent to amazing. So I'm sure that my next apartment will have an even better view, will be even nicer, because that's simply how things work in the next dimension. So I'm trying to convey this to people that visit me or my friends, and it's difficult for them to understand. They ask, where are you going after this? And I say, I don't know yet. And they look at me like I'm crazy. You have to leave.
You are.
Am I? You have to leave in 2 weeks. What do you mean you don't know yet? You know, the universe will never let you down. It just won't.
I mean, you've been chosen to come out here to talk to a nation of crazy people. What does that make you?
Okay. Now that you've mentioned that word, I would like to say.
Actually, you've called us Greeks crazy. And
oh, they are.
We've been chosen for that
They're
reason.
totally crazy.
Huh?
They're totally crazy.
So what does that
Now,
make you?
I want to go somewhere else. You said you've been chosen. I wasn't chosen, I chose it. The opportunity was there and I said, sure, why not? For many years I would hear phrases like, the Jews are God's chosen people. I talk a lot about the Jews today, I don't know why. Someone's going to think like, what's this Greek doing talking about the Jews so much? Okay, but I need to say this so I can tell you the whole story about me as well. That the Jews are God's chosen. That phrase always got on my nerves. And it also made me dislike the Jews because I thought, who the hell do they think they are that they are God's chosen? And then I'm talking to my higher self one day and that phrase came up. No, excuse me. One day that phrase came up in conversation somewhere. I was in Turkey. And I'm talking to my higher self and I'm asking my higher self, where did the Jews get this idea from that they are God's chosen? It's really bugging me. And my higher self answers, no, people have it backwards. I go, what do you mean they have it backwards? Well, it's not that God chose the Jews, it's that the Jews chose God. So they call themselves God's chosen because they chose God. And it started making sense after that. It's what we call lost in translation. So I said this story just so I can tell you that we're not chosen. Many healers or psychics or channelers or channels, whatever, say, I was chosen. Nobody was chosen. We chose it. We chose it. I was reading a book by Sylvia Browne. I think it was called The Other Side and Back. Life Beyond the Veil. I think it was called that, if I'm not mistaken. And in there, Sylvia Browne was describing how everybody's psychic, everybody can see, we just have to choose it. And we have to tell the universe, I'm ready to see. I believed her. I totally believed her. I got out of bed because I was in bed reading the book. I get out of bed, I stood up and I said, universe? Before this day, I had never done anything like that, right? I was not into these metaphysical things. I said, universe, I want to see and I want to see now. And it just happened. My guides came, they touched me, I started to cry, and it just happened. So, and then I also said, I want to be like Sylvia Browne. I want to give sessions and I want to give seminars, just like she does. And that's exactly what I did. It's exactly what I did because that's exactly what I asked for. That's why they say, be careful what you ask for, you just might get it. I asked for it.
That's right. You were
chose.
chosen by your higher self.
How about I was chosen by me? I'm not giving my power to anyone,
Not even to your higher
not
self?
even to my higher self.
Ooh,
Yes.
that's interesting.
Yes, I'm holding my power. I'm not even giving my soul the power. Sure, the soul tells
So
you...
who's keeping the power? If your higher self or your soul doesn't have it, who has it? Your mind.
We have reached the point in this game where we are going to become walking, talking souls. Our soul's going to come in. We are taking over.
Who is the we?
The dream. The dream is going to take over the dreamer. Do you remember the last scene in the Avatar?
Yeah.
Where he left his earth body and he permanently became the native on the planet Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
Earth is the planet Pandora. Our dreamers that are dreaming us are going to leave their bodies there, they're going to die where they are, and they're going to come in here. And they will permanently become earth people. We are literally being dreamed. Someone is dreaming us.
You know, this can drive one crazy if he tries to find logic in it or justify it in any way.
Or we can start reading about it or watch some movies little by little that have talked about it, get a couple of lines from these movies. Inception was the best one, I have to say. Get a couple of lines from these movies and then little by little become more comfortable with it. Just like the man in Avatar would get into a machine and then go into the native man's body, that's exactly how it is. We are the natives. I don't think they get into a machine, because every time I go and see my dreamer and talk to my dreamer, I don't see a machine, I just see him. It's a him in my case, but many times it could be a her. And in my case, it does have a body. Sometimes it might be etheric, but mine does have a physical body. Most of us do have a physical body. I just go there and he's either sitting on a very comfortable couch or chair and kind of daydreaming, or he's totally lying in bed. So I go there in my imagination, I lie next to him and I say, this is what I want you to dream for me for today. And my whole day goes exactly the way I want it, because I told my dreamer what to dream of. Once you realize you're a dream, the dream can take over. If it has the guts, other people will get scared. In the movie Inception, at least 3 times they mentioned the phrase, when you die, you wake up. When you die, you wake up. Nobody dies, we simply wake up. This is a dream, someone is dreaming us. And now we have reached the point where we are realizing this and we are waking up the dreamer. And we are saying, you know what? Wake up, because I'm taking over this dream.